Chapter 9. Piety. Piety is to love God and honour God. It is to submit to God, serve God, and act according to the will of God. Piety arises from action rather than intention. It is to act virtuously, to help rather than hinder, to raise up rather than pull down, and to love rather than hate. It is to fulfill the will of God. Piety is to respect God and thank Him for what He has given to us. It is to show this thanks through prayer. Prayer pleases God because it draws us closer to Him. It strengthens our bonds with Him and opens our ears to His voice. It leads us to truth. Pray to God and ask for His guidance. He shall answer you if you listen. Be honest with Him as you would with yourself, for He comprehends your intention even if you do not. He sees all and knows all. He is your eyes and your ears, your toes and your fingers. He is the air that blows your hair and the rain that pelts your cheek. He is closer to you than your skin. He is witness to your every thought and deed, to your every word, spoken or not, good or bad. Nothing can be hidden from God, in the past, the present, or the future. It is to your benefit, not His, that you speak the truth to Him. For the greater the truth you speak to God, the more you shall understand His straight path. Kneel before God and strip yourself of all conceit. Tell Him only the truth, and the truth shall strengthen your bond with Him. Ask Him to help you walk the straight path, and He shall answer your prayer. Ask and you shall receive. Prayer gives solace in times of need. It strengthens faith in God and the feeling of His presence, a feeling of warmth, the knowledge of right, which radiates throughout the mind and the body. Hold fast to your faith in God when others laugh at you and jeer. Do not be afraid. You are never alone. God is always close. He is never more than the width of a hair away. He is standing beside you in the dark, waiting to pick you up when you falter and guide you back to Him. God protects His servants. Have faith in God, and He shall give you the strength you need to act righteously. He shall give you the strength to complete your purpose and walk the straight path. God reminds the pious of His presence every day in the smallest and greatest of things, in a change in the wind and the rising of the sun. Pity those who have lost faith in God. They doubt God's presence because they no longer hear the voice of their soul. Pity those who refuse to listen to their souls. They harm themselves. Without faith they are lost. They drift becalmed upon a sea of humanity. Pity those who refuse to believe. They are consumed by doubt. Doubt is ever the greedy master. He has driven many into the darkness and waylaid many more. Yet he is weak, for he is fear's child. He can only pester the mind beholden to the body. He dares not confront the mind subject to the soul, for faith comes from the soul, and faith has ever bested doubt. Great indeed is the faith that comes from earnest prayer. It is a spring that quenches the driest throat. It is right to pray during times of need, when the will falters and belief in God is tested. But prayer is no excuse for inaction. It is no excuse for laziness or for inadequate preparation. It is no excuse for not acting to the best of one's ability in any task that arises, for it is through discipline and self-control that God's benefits flow. God loves the prayers of the pious. Yet more than prayer, God loves a virtuous act, for the virtuous act achieves God's will. Prayer is simply the intention, whereas the virtuous act is the intention fulfilled. Better to act virtuously than to pray. One virtuous act shall set your feet on the straight path more quickly than 100 prayers ever could.